So I stopped working as soon as I saw this message. I was working on some other long form project, and the moment I saw this message, I said, wait a minute, this is something close to the work that I do day and night. So this is Ray. I take pictures of space. I'm also a science commentator. I have several other interests. Please click on the subscribe button and you get all the notifications that you need whenever I post this interesting stuff. So I started reading this message, and it was more like President is ordering his staff to release the documents that are related to the alien and ET life, which is really good. That's pretty great thing to do. Well, there are files out there, process of identifying and releasing the government files related to the alien and extraterrestrial life, ET life, and then continue to say unidentified aerial phenomena, the UAP, and UFOs. UAPs are the new name for the UFOs. Everyone is going to attribute UFO means alien. So they coined this new phrase called UAP so that we don't jump to the conclusions that these are aliens. A nice way to stop aliens immediately, right? And any other information connected to these, highly complex. That's when I stopped. Highly complex. What do you mean, highly complex? Why will it become complex? If you have a picture, or if you have a video, or if you have some evidence, when will that become a complex thing to do? So do we have more than the pictures and videos? Do we have more than the evidence and now they are getting complex? I was trying to unpack that myself in my head, what he really meant by highly complex. So they are complex. I mean, he is not putting it out there saying that it's just a picture, let's release it, or a file or some evidence. Highly complex means, is it technology or is it something that you have a lot more than the pictures and video or some other? So my mind started going towards to understand what he meant by the highly I'm going to unpack this in this video. I'll try to make sense to myself and maybe I'll try to explain to you as well. And then he went on to say, but extremely interesting, which is good, which is we are all interested, and important. The moment he said and important, why? When will that become important? Important, it will become if they are going to have an impact. Important, it will become if they have some effect on how we do things. Important for us to do what? Like existence? Your mind goes like crazy. Why did you say important? It is important, yes, I mean from an information sake, but complex and extremely interesting and important matters. So these are important matters. This is not something like a fluke, some evidence, somebody reported something. No, these are underlying important matters. Okay, let me play this video for you first, and then we can talk about it.
Are aliens real?
They're real, but I haven't seen them, and they're not being kept in.
All right. So I wanted to pause there. He said, Obama said, they are real, and went on to say something else. Why do you wanted to answer somebody, I don't know, would be the answer, or anything else? You actually stated something quite important. You said they are real, but are aliens real? If someone is asking you, are aliens real? Then your answer would be, I don't know if they exist or not, right? That's what the real answer is. I don't know is the answer. Or maybe I don't want to talk about it, would be the answer. Are aliens real? Maybe when Brian was asking this question, he may be telling Obama the answer, which is, are aliens real? If I'm going to ask, maybe he's prompting in Obama's mind that I'm asking you, are these real? Let me answer. Yeah, they are real, but maybe it's an impromptu answer. It created a lot more storm than normal.
Obama said that aliens are real. Have you seen any evidence of non-human visitors to Earth?
Well, he gave classified information. He's not supposed to be doing that. You know.
So aliens are real?
Well, I don't know if they're real or not. I can tell you he gave classified information. He's not supposed to be doing that. He made a big mistake. He took it out of classified information. No, I don't have an opinion on it. I never talk about it. A lot of people do. A lot of people believe it. Do you believe it, Peter?
Well, the president can declassify anything that he wants to, so if you want to make an announcement.
I may get him out of trouble by declassifying.
We know illegal aliens are real.
Yeah, illegal. Only illegals.
All right, there is quite a bit there, right? So something that interests us a lot is in there. First of all, President Trump said that was not true, that was not factual, none of that. He said, well, he released some classified information. So you are saying that information is correct, but it is classified and you released it? That was the storm that he is creating himself. So he is not supposed to talk about it. It's classified. Notice the words that he chose to use. So he's not supposed to release that. It's classified. So aliens are real is classified, and he is not supposed to release that. If President Obama chose to say, no, aliens are not real, if somebody asked President Trump the same question, would he respond the same way? No, it's classified. He's not supposed to answer that. No, he responded because there is information that Obama revealed. Trump saw that it was true. It is classified. He's not supposed to release that, which is the most fundamental thing that I was able to underline there. We can watch videos after videos after videos that came in from this particular episode, and this Australian guy, journalist, keeps talking about President Trump will be in trouble if he releases the UFO information. There is quite a bit of noise it created, but we have to. I'm an astrophotographer. I'm the guy who knows where the signal is and where the noise is. So I always remove noise from the signal and capture the signal. That's what we do with the astronomy cameras. So when I'm looking at this information, I do wanted to remove the noise, leave all that aside, and really underline a couple of important things. He said it is complex. He said it is important, President Trump, when he was saying that. And I don't think he is saying anyone is lying here. He is talking about probably it's a classified information. So they might release, they may not release, they might release something which is completely redacted. Going to come, you're serious about it. You're thinking that, yeah, I'm going to see whether this is an alien spacecraft or not. If it is, this is all the electromagnetic spectrum that was out there in the universe. Maybe today we are communicating in radio and microwave, and maybe these things are communicating in some other way, that they can communicate. Whether they came from outer space or whether they came from another dimension, we don't know. But they are serious and trying to look for these other electromagnetic signals on these crafts. That caught my attention. Let me show you the video first.
The Pentagon says it hasn't found any evidence of aliens among all the reports of unidentified aerial phenomena, what we used to call UFOs. That's the technical term. But the Pentagon is developing a UFO detection kit just in case. Kristen Fisher has our story from Washington.
Well, this portable UFO or UAP detection kit is called Gremlin. It's being developed by the U.S. military in an effort to respond faster to reported UFO sightings and to collect better data once they get there. Timothy Phillips, who is the acting director of the Pentagon's All-Domain Anomaly Office, the Pentagon's office that investigates UAP sightings, explained these gremlin sensor kits like this, quote, "What we're doing is developing a deployable, configurable sensor suite that we can put in Pelican cases. Since the UAP target, the signature is not clearly defined, we really have to do hyperspectral surveillance to really try to capture these incidents." Now, hyperspectral means across the entire electromagnetic spectrum. So they're trying to collect everything from X-rays and ultraviolet rays to microwave and radio waves, things really outside the normal signatures of flying objects. Most flying objects, things like jets, produce a big heat signature from their hot engines. Some of these UAPs do not. So that's one thing that these gremlin sensors are going to help try to do, collect better data. And they're currently being tested at a big range out in Texas. And the Pentagon is especially interested in deploying them at sensitive national security sites, places like U.S. military bases, Navy ships, places where a lot of these UAP sightings have been concentrated.
So I was actually looking at the script from CNN from the day. This is from March 9, 2024. That's when this was released. And it caught my attention, particularly when they're talking about that hyperspectral imagery, right? So when she's talking about the hyperspectral imagery that they are trying to capture for these incidents, and they also said most flying objects like jets produce a big heat signature from their hot engines. Some of these UAPs do not. And this is a rushed script. Actually, when the person is speaking, the script is being already produced there. So they should not say the words, some of these UAPs do not. First, we don't even know whether UAPs exist. And now we are also aware that whether UAPs generate the heat signature or not, we don't know. And the commentator's statement was, so she is from actually Kristen Fisher. She is the CNN space and defense correspondent. So she is close to the Pentagon office, and she is saying some of these UAPs do not. So she must have heard over and over in her meetings with the team that we are deploying these gremlin, deployable, whatever these objects are, because these can capture the signature even though there is no heat getting generated there. Probably that's what they must have heard, but it's a very interesting observation from their talk. So this information is not a fiction anymore, it became real. So officially the Pentagon, through the programs like Gremlin, now deployed late 2024. When I was looking at the records, it was showing they are deployed, the project is operational, and when I started going down the details, I can see they must have deployed maybe as early as March 2025. They might start getting real good data from these programs. Gremlin is something that they announced. We don't know how many other programs that are out there that we don't know about. And various sources are being used now to collect this data, which is a good news for us. Probably we will be getting a lot more real information now through all these tools and technologies that we have. If you like this video, please subscribe. More than 50% of my viewers are watching these videos without subscribing, so please don't forget to subscribe and click on the like button. If you wanted to hype this video, please do. I have more videos like these coming up. I use my backyard telescope to take pictures. I bring anything from the space that is interesting for you. Thank you very much, everyone. I'll see you all tomorrow.